It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we'll be watching the Falcons, reigning league MVP. He's coming off a nice week throwing the ball, 4 touchdown throws. It's the Falcons and the Eagles, and it comes your way next.
The city of Philadelphia is one of rich history and passion, and you can always count on the ladder when you step inside Lincoln Financial Field. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Atlanta Falcons and the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they interplay here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that 2nd win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Falcons, it's been all systems go in this first month. They're off to a 4-0 start.
And it's got folks believing that this is a team that's built to go all the way. You can't win the Super Bowl in September, but they're telling everyone that they're going to be there in the end.
The first quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. Take it in at the 3. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And the Falcons grab it. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line. And how about that for some fireworks to start this one?
And the fireworks turned out to be for the kicking team, didn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, go down there, make a play, knock it free, and end up with the football. And for the team who's supposed to have the ball, now their defense has to run out on the field and see if they can slow things down a bit.
A quick scramble for the helmets, and now we switch sides. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he is going to lose yardage here. The defensive coordinators love that. You got a cornerback willing to stick his nose in there, come up on run support, and stop that pop pass dead in its tracks.
And, partner, one good thing about trying to defend that play, you should see it coming the whole way. You see the receiver coming in motion in your direction. Nice job eluding the blocker, making the play behind the line of scrimmage, but an even better job studying the play before you have to try and defend it in a game.
And the stiff arm for a second, but the daylight would be snuffed out. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up the 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Touchdown, Falcons! Kyle Pitts halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Falcons need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was the tight end Kyle Pitts finishing it all off on the touchdown reception. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately, one touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's got some space here. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. The 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. His 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. The Falcons are the perfect 4-0 to start the campaign. They've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. And come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2. They got 1. 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Going with their tight end on 4th. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short. And he didn't get there. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. But that's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
They'll get only a couple down to the 44. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Back to throw here. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that fourth down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll look to throw. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. It's such a costly interception, nearly a pick six, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Falcons are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 18 carries, 107 yards, and the touchdown.
Just an excellent performance from them on the ground last week, and that speaks to an offense that is operating at a high level on all fronts. Of course, that man running the ball, he's just seeing the field so well. But don't forget about his offensive line. They've really asserted their will out there, and I'm confident they can repeat it again this week.
No gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring out the 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 53 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. (7-7) our score after 1. Second quarter now, Falcon football, as they've got it with 2nd down and less than a yard. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal.
Partner, I know we're in the era of the mobile quarterback, but there's still an element of surprise when that position keeps the football, and what a nice gain on that play.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year, his 5th overall. And the Falcons have moved out in front. So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well, because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. That drive goes 80 yards in 6 plays. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. Now, he's having himself a little bit of a banner game. His team right now, though, losing.
Needs a little bit of help, and I kind of equate it to a basketball game where you have the big score, and sometimes your strategy is, okay, he can go ahead and have all of his points. Let's hold down everyone else, and that's the way you win the game. And right now, he needs everyone else to start scoring, quote-unquote, as he's been.
Yeah, and he's hoping to keep it close so maybe they can keep it on the ground, not start to go through the air as much. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. There's a running back who was a receiver on the play. I think he's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
Now, whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 10 yards there and a 1st down for the Falcons.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there. Just go right at it. And let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all. Challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. A running play here on 1st down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Season so far as a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And now the incomplete. The Falcons send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. Did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And a bit of a daunting task here for this offense as they'll start out at the 1-yard line.
I guess we could easily say there's a whole lot of real estate in front of them if they want to achieve their...
Fighting to get back to the goal line. I don't think he got there. He did not get back there. It's a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success at least so far here in the second quarter.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't third down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
It was a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. They'll set up to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
Now, he stepped around one man, but he'll only wind up getting about 1 yard. 2nd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Second and 9 now. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. He'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now.
A good scheme and an early win for this pass rush. They got back there before he could work through his entire progression and ended that play early.
Crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denying 3 points at the very end. Okay, so the personal foul penalty, and those are some important yards lost right there.
Yeah, it all comes down to discipline, doesn't it? And every team tells us that they coach it, they preach it. In this case, it slipped a little bit.
Being chased out left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now back to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll look to throw here. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is down to 2. That time a 6-play drive. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, Not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. It was pretty evident in reading everything, hearing these guys talk, that this was a deal they wanted to get done. They know how valuable he is to this team.
Absolutely a key component to what they do and what they do well. And if they want to continue to have success in the future, they knew they needed him, and they got the deal done.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. Touchdown! A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and that'll give us momentum going into the second half, give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes this a 9-point game. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and the Falcons score to cap it off. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken at the goal line. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. The Eagles offense going to take over late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going deep for Brown. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
This time they stay on the ground. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these 2 teams. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. We'll start over at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, where you see the final score there. Jalen Hurts leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. From there, we head up to Kansas City to check on the Chiefs at Arrowhead. And they couldn't get the job done as they fall to the visiting Baltimore Ravens. Lamar Jackson, 5 touchdown passes, leading his guys to the victory. Lastly, we're off to the Rocky Mountains, Denver, Colorado. See what's happening with the Broncos. And it's the visiting Minnesota Vikings who are out in front. Justin Jefferson, a touchdown reception. Next, a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Falcons. And even though they've got the lead, they're likely going over ways they can improve the running game, as they didn't find a whole lot of success in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they had a little bit more success on the ground than their opponents did, and that should set them up well for the second half to come. Both these teams making their final halftime adjustments. We're just about ready to get back to football. So for the call of the second half, we get back up to Philadelphia and Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. Take it in at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here are the Falcons to take over on offense. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. He'll look to throw. Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Pitts. And it's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
Ready?
They'll try and sneak it here. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. And they'll run and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Well, CD, that's one of those plays you put a mark by. I mean, that could... Momentum swing here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, we may have to revisit it, right? Because if that drive ends up in the end zone, they're sitting pretty at that point. Now, instead, it's a 2-score game. It has a chance to tighten up considerably.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that... formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
This will be caught by Brown. And he is going to have an Eagles first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. 2nd and 10 now. 3rd quarter action from Philadelphia, PA. Back to throw again. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. The 3rd down battle won by Atlanta's defense. Solid coverage. So Tyler Bass on now for the field goal. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. The kick by Bass is good, and that'll move them back within 6 now. We're certainly happy they were able to force the fumble, Charles. We wish they would have gotten in the end zone, only getting 3 points there and still facing the second half deficit.
And they also will understand it's going to be a whole lot tougher to force another turnover the rest of the game, because that offense, they're going to be all about ball security from here on out.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. Second and 3. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got a man complete. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Second and 4. They'll look to throw again. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with first and goal.
They've got 3 tight ends here on first and goal to add some extra mass. It's a quarterback sneak, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown.
Instead of having to play follow the leader there, the leader led.
I like that. And he likes that, doesn't he? First and goal, let me do the job.
Because when he falls into the end zone after falling behind those big guys who pushed up front, that's a pretty good celebration, isn't it?
Gives him a little street cred in the locker room, too, doesn't it?
Street cred, and then when they go out to dinner afterwards, he's still picking up the check.
And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the 2-point attempt is turned aside. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 92 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll set up a throw. Got a man. It's Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the fourth quarter. Back to throw now on first down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be second down. They'll drop to throw. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
And the passing game's been struggling a bit today, and that was the latest example. Haven't been getting much yardage out of it, and now on his back after the last play, he faces third and long.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
Going for the deep ball. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They're going to look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And the Eagles are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
And sometimes when you run a screen pass down in the red zone, it's really tough to create a lot of room to operate. The field's pretty condensed. But that was really well designed there, and they're able to pick up a first down.
They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown,
you're
without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Eagles have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. This one into the hands of Pitts. On the move past the 40. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Going for Kyle Pitts again. He's got him again. And they'll get this down to the 10. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's second down.
Oh, Brandon, I'm going to tell you, this is football time to me. They're inside the 10-yard line. That's like drawing the line in the sand. Who's going to make the stand here? Defensive guys, they know if he gets in the end zone, this ball game is over. And guys with the football right now, they're thinking, let's just pound it in there.
Got to hold him to 3 to keep this a one-score game. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in-code plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the 4th quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep. If they close this game out, just a few snaps remaining, they can't relax just yet.
Extra point attempt to come here. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. So now the Eagles down by 12. A minute 54 on the clock. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Back to throw here. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. The Eagles hustling to the line, clock rolling. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got a man, complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles are back within a score. The extra point by Bass, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So a minute and change to go, and this is going to be an onside kick. And a good job here by the Falcons, their hands team, able to recover it. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that one. They needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. During that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down. Looking to throw. And that will be incomplete. Knocking that one through on the defensive side, Kyer Elam.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Back to throw. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. A gutsy decision there, going for it on fourth, but they got it, and that likely puts an end to this one.
Indeed, it was gutsy because there's so many other options they probably could have exercised in that situation, but they bet on themselves, and it paid off.
It's first and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Atlanta, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against San Francisco.